Uh, uh, hey honey, I got all the chores done, and I also just I finished up my shift and I got all the chores done. So, would would you mind if I rambled for a bit? Yes, about three houses. I got back into playing it. All right, I'll try to explain everything the best I can because I you haven't played it, right? Yeah, okay. So I would like to ramble for a bit about how much I hate Edelgard because she is a stupid, evil piece of crap and an annoying bitch, and I hate her to the very core of my being. And I also hate that so many people defend her just because she's kind of hot, which annoys me even more because why do you want the somewhat hot lady who's also a complete psychopath when you could have the psychopathic Dami Mommy nun? Okay, yeah, getting sidetracked. Basically, Edelgard is one of. She's really the main antagonist of the game in most circumstances, although there is one specific route where you can, like, join her side. But her entire thing is, I hate the crest system, and I hate the nobility, and I want this world to be united under one ruler, which would be me. Um, so, yeah, the main problem with that isn't her whole idea of I want everyone to be equal, it's the fact that she's just gonna kill everyone and anyone in order to do that. Namely, well, she starts an entire fucking war, which lasts for about 5 years, which ends up killing a bunch of nobles who were just there. They didn't do anything wrong. They're just nobles. She just wants to kill them. She wants to kill them because they don't agree with her, taking over the entire fucking continent and making it her own. But yes, people legitimately say that she's in the right because she wants to end the nobility when, well, first off, as mentioned, kills potentially tens of thousands of people because she invades every other country on the continent. She kidnaps and tortures Rhea for fucking years, except in Crimson Flower, where they have to make Rhea look evil, which I hate so much because she acts so out of character during that route, but whatever, this isn't the time for that. But, she's also working with a group called Those Who Slither in the Dark, who are effectively just, well, you know the story of Noah's Ark? Yeah, imagine that, except some humans, like, buried themselves underground and survived. Yeah, they're effectively that. They're extremely evil. They're trying to resurrect Nemesis, who is, like, the most evil man in existence. And she's always like, well, I don't want to work with them, but I have to complete my goals. That is not an excuse. You are working with the terrorists that have nuclear space rods. Yes, I did say nuclear space rods. Effectively, using a combination of magic and technology, they have these, like, I think they're like 50-foot tall, like 10-foot thick iron rods just floating in space. And at any point, they can just yeet them down to Earth with the force of the force of what's nearly a nuclear explosion. It is, yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. She's also directly responsible for your dad dying. Long story short, she orders one of her subordinates, the Death Knight, otherwise known as Eureka, to kidnap a girl named Flane, and as part of that plan, they snuck a member of Those Who Slither in the Dark into the monastery, that being Monica. The problem with that is, Monica then proceeds to kill your dad, Gerald. And they just never acknowledge this. Like, not even in passing, at least from what I've seen. They just do not acknowledge the fact that Edelgard is just directly responsible for your dad dying. Oh, and it gets worse by the fucking way. So, if you do her route, she'll tell Byleth, the main character, like, oh yes, Rhea was a liar, and how, like, the crest system makes no sense because the people at the crest weren't actually saints, and she killed Nemesis, the King of Liberation, just because she had a minor squabble with him. Technically, it was a simple squabble. The problem was, the simple squabble was the fact that Nemesis murdered her entire fucking bloodline. Nemesis and his goons literally murdered her mother and all of her siblings. Her mother, all of her siblings, except for, I think, Sedith. I'm not entirely sure on that. I have not finished Silver Snow yet. And then they proceeded to drink their blood to gain their powers, and use their bones to create the... What are they even... Heroes Relics. I was thinking of Sacred Weapons, but no, it's Heroes Relics. So yeah, for the record, the Sword of the Creator, the weapon Byleth uses, that's Sothis' spinal cord. Yeah. But the point is, Edelgard said, oh, she killed Nemesis over a simple squabble. Well, yeah, it was a simple squabble. Nemesis murdered her fucking bloodline. I feel like that's a fair reason to kill someone. Oh, yeah, and then there's just the fact that she's just kind of a psychopath. They kind of just... If I remember right, and to be fair, it's been a bit since I played Crimson Flower, so I may be slightly misremembering this, but, she's kind of just a psychopath. Like, or I guess sociopath would be more accurate, but she just doesn't feel emotions unless she's around Byleth. She's like Zato. Or, I guess you probably haven't played Guilty Gear, but if you have, she's like Zato. Unless she's with Byleth, or Bernadetta, if you max out her support with Bernadetta, she just doesn't feel emotions. Yeah, that's fucking awesome for her. She is just... Edelgard is just evil. Like, that's all I can say. She just does all this horrible shit, and then people just defend her for no damn reason. It annoys me so much. But, yeah. Well, thank you for listening to my rambling. Yeah, I'll make dinner tonight. Thank you for watching. I'm sorry about the lack of videos. Life's kind of been shitty and I've been looking for a real job. I found one, so hopefully I'll have more videos out soon. Bye.